Hello, guys. Welcome to your reading. Feel pretty good today. I did a long meditation, and I'm slowly, I guess I would say, coming to close to the past finally. Have a feeling great things are on the horizon for both of us. So if you're tuning in, this message is made for you. Decided to do some artwork, been consistent about it. It's helping bring it out my inner child. Thought about playing video games, but I like being a creator instead. I like to play God. Let's see here. Yep, because, we're finally coming to a balance here. It was kind of, wavy emotions, especially those looping thoughts, that kind of cause inner turmoil, We're having a hard time balancing between our workspace and, dealing with those inner demons. But now, someone's here is finally doing that inner work. Or if not, I highly recommend start doing it, because then it's going to bring balance back to your life, whatever you're working on, if that's putting you in the present tense, then keep at it, you're doing a really good job here, of holding up. And like I said, whatever you're working on, regardless if it's, content creating, working on a business, or getting a new job, if that's putting you in the present moment, please keep on doing it, And I highly recommend doing some inner work too, which is what I like to do, is meditation. I know I emphasize that in every video, but it's doing wonders for me. Ever since I started relaxing my mind a bit, I started feeling love coming back into my heart again. Like I'm started loving and care. I do love and care about things, but I wasn't feeling the energy flowing within my heart. But now it finally is. And so for you, and then once you unlock that heart center, you're going to create a balance back into your life, with this job opportunity, this creation, it's going to bring financial abundance. Yep, see, 3 of Cups. You're going to be celebrating this moment, with the fruits here, the fruits of your labor, doing that inner work, that energy is raising up, raise your glasses. You're going to probably be celebrating with a group of people. Perhaps you're going to meet some, possibly a lover here, or a partner that's going to help you on this endeavor, or you're going to have a community that's going to support you. Or you're going to find that boss that is sees your potential and hires you on, and then it's going to be the dream job that you always wanted. I know I'm still working on myself. Let's just say everything's coming into play for me as well as it is for you guys. Yeah, because with the 8 of Wands here, again, we're doing that inner work. We're organizing our thoughts. We're distancing ourselves from the past. We swam through this river, this current. We finally follow the flow to where we finally reach to the other side. And whatever we're learning from the past, we're using that hindsight as insight, and we're climbing up this ladder to do the things that we are trying to achieve in life. It's very liberating. I know it took me a while too on my journey, and I did a lot of meditation. Now after this full moon, of course this is a timeless reading, so you get that new moon energy that kind of helps cleanse, new beginnings. And like I said, when you do that inner work, or whatever you're working on right now. It's going to give you that wisdom. It's going to be like the universe is like communicating with you. It's like giving these little messages, like of what you need to do next, regardless if it's content creating or when you bump into someone, they might say something that resonates with you. And that thing that you feel in your heart center for, I mean, it's context clues of what's going to happen next. And, you know, it's going to build up momentum for that financial stability or that dream job or content creation, you know, get it monetized. I mean, some of us here, like I said, like not only content creating, but maybe musicians, maybe that's your dream. I don't know why that's resonating with me right now, but musicians here, like whoever's a musician here, like if you're working on things, keep at it. I mean, like universe has your back, you know, you are protected at this time, you know, with the knight wearing its armor, and then it's also gaining momentum in what you're doing. Again, like it may seem like everything, it seems like it's been slow for a while, you know. You know how the beginning of this year was. It's like a lot of things were just kind of popping off, and then for most of us, or like a lot of conflict possibly happened to us all at once. You know, maybe some things kind of fell apart, especially with something that just no longer resonated with you. But now you found something that resonates, and now you are working on the fruits, you know, and like this little bird here, you're going to take flight. Well, I say there's going to be this, what I was saying earlier about, you know, the Three of Cups, you know, there's this possible potential of a lover or possibly like a strong connection, or some of us are creating union within ourselves. And again, you know, like the beginning of this, or did I say the beginning of this month? I mean, the beginning of this year, you know, some things kind of pop off really to some of us, you know, it felt like we're climbing like a rough mountain. But the good news is once you reach the top, you can walk back down very smoothly. I know for me, like I was in isolation, you know, I want to do things, but my body resists. And now I'm slowly feeling that momentum gain coming back again. And this might be for you also. I mean, but some of us here might be going through, you know, like an actual full Kundalini awakening. I mean, it might have took a while. It might have took you years to achieve this. And I know it's a slow, steady race, because especially when you're trying to raise that energy, especially when you're trying to raise it naturally, I highly recommend not forcing it. It can cause whiplash. It can prevent you from seeing the light here. And again, you know, you're protected at this time. You got a guardian angel looking after you. See, whatever your current situation is, or that things are popping off, or, you know, you might be going to isolation, but with this Tower card, you know, some of us are finally coming out from the darkness, coming out from the isolation, you know, or whatever things popped off, you know, they're all going to be left behind. You know, like whatever this, you know, this trap that you were stuck in, you know, it's kind of like, thanks to the Tower, it kind of broke off. But yeah, like I said, you know, if I were you guys, I would just continue doing the inner work for wherever you're working on, because it's going to get you to where you need to be. Most powerful tool that anyone can use is meditation. It's doing wonders for me, and it'll do wonders for you too. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. See you next one. Bye for now.